in the month of June, Venus chased Mars into the sign of Leo. And for just a few short days, they were really happy together and it looked like they were about to come into union. But then something really interesting happened. Venus stopped chasing. I'm Nancy. I'm a professional astrologer, and this is Rise Higher Astrology. And today we're taking a look at the Venus-Mars Refranation, which began happening around last week. Now, a refranation is when two planets engage with each other, and right before forming an exact conjunction, one planet slows down and moves retrograde. And this is exactly what we're seeing right here between Venus and Mars in the sign of Leo. So what could this all mean for you? Well, Venus represents the divine feminine. She's the Empress energy. She's full of love and grace and abundance. Mars, on the other hand, represents the divine masculine. He's the warrior god. He's driven, powerful. Leo is a sign of romance and happiness. And for a short period of time, yes, they were together, but with the retrograde, Venus decided to stop in her tracks to do some self-healing and figure out how to create her own happiness without Mars. So Mars took the leap into Virgo a few days ago, and he did it without Venus. But Venus doesn't like being in Virgo because she's in her fall in the sign of Virgo. It makes her really uncomfortable. So instead of being uncomfortable for the sake of something or someone else, Venus decided to stand up for herself. So you got to ask yourself, where is this kind of situation showing up in your life? And the divine masculine and feminine don't have to be specifically you and another person. This could be a thing. And we all have divine masculine and feminine energy within each of us. So this could be an internal struggle that you might be having. The feminine side of you needs to slow down and be healed before you can take on the next challenge. And that might mean being alone and going inside of yourself for a while. This energy reflects the new Aries North node of standing up for yourself and gaining some independence, maybe breaking away from codependency and unhealthy patterns. This reflects the Pluto in critical degree of Capricorn as well. Pluto wants you to clear away the broken bits of your life, the things that are weighing you down and holding you back. Venus in retrograde in Leo is the perfect time to take a healing class, to slow down, to say the word no, or at least not now. To grow in ways that you never thought possible, to find the new version of yourself. So you can look at the part of your chart where Leo resides to see what part of your life needs the most attention when it comes to healing. If it falls in your first house, Leo rising, you might need to focus on redefining your identity. If it's in your second house, you might need to focus on rebuilding your financial situation so that you can become more independent. If it falls in your third house, you might want to work on your communication skills, strengthen your voice in this world. If it falls in the fourth house, you might do well to put your foot down when it comes to family matters. Fifth house is working on being the source of your own happiness instead of relying on others. Sixth house, you might want to shift and rearrange your habits and schedules so that you can heal yourself. Seventh house, you may need to break away from a codependent situation. Eighth house, you may want to work on protecting your own privacy. For the ninth house, you may find that there's a change in your philosophy. In the 10th house, this might be the time that you think about having another career or starting another business. In the 11th house, it's time to reevaluate your friendships in other social circles. And in the 12th house, this is a time to work on opening your heart chakra and practice forgiveness. Do the work that's necessary for you, for your future. And if you're wondering if Venus will ever make it back to Mars to come into union, the good news is yes, they do. They will come back together for another try next year, a little over 6 months from now, in 2024, around the same time that Pluto leaves Capricorn and moves into Aquarius, Leo's sister sign, for good. Have a wonderful month.